Thank you, Anna. It's a pleasure to be back. I'm going to focus today on an update of our next generation COVID-19 vaccine program. Although we have several key milestones and upcoming catalysts that will be occurring yet this year, again, as I mentioned, I will focus on the next generation COVID-19 vaccine for today's update. So GeoVax presents a compelling opportunity, certainly built around this next-gen COVID-19 vaccine. With that, we're targeting high-risk groups, which are specifically the elderly and those with compromised immune systems. We're focused on delivering a more robust immune protection and improved extended durability. In fact, the backbone of our vaccines, all of our infectious disease vaccines, but specifically related to our COVID-19 vaccine, is in fact the basis of what is currently the authorized vaccine to protect against monkeypox and smallpox. So we carry that as an additional benefit. Overall, as a company, we're addressing critically unmet medical needs, and our products clearly differentiate, and I look forward to updating on this opportunity today. What is critically important when we're talking about COVID-19 or from SARS-CoV-2 is the recognition that not only are antibodies or antibody immune responses important in terms of lessening the threat and the risk of severe disease, et cetera, but also T cells or cellular immunity. This is critically important, especially in the area of severe disease, hospitalization, and death. Antibody immune response and protection gives an upfront sort of barrier to an infection, but it really is dependent upon the T cells to be able to reduce the risk of severe disease, hospitalization, and death. And this is where GeoVax is unique because we incorporate two parts of the virus, not only that which will induce a strong antibody response, but also another protein which induces a very strong T cell or cellular immunity response. And that's why we're seeing in the clinic improved durability of at least 6 months, far better than the 2 to 3 months you're seeing with the current authorized vaccines, and also very strong responses for people with compromised immune systems. In fact, what we have recently published is information that shows in the clinic that our vaccine is actually variant agnostic, meaning that we have tested it thus far from the original Wuhan or ancestral strain all the way through the Delta, the Omicron XBB 1.5 variant, and it has shown protective immunity across all of those without having to go back and reconfigure the vaccine. What is also nice is that the GeoVax platform for our vaccine is already recognized as a very safe platform. We've actually been given exemptions from regulatory authorities from conducting animal toxicology work. It's very potent, it's durable, and it requires only minimal refrigeration, if not being delivered in a freeze-dried state. So you can deliver it and administer it anywhere in the world as opposed to having to deal with highly frozen state, which is again associated with the existing vaccines. We're targeting specifically, at least initially in the United States, there are 15 million people who have compromised immune systems. These are individuals whose bodies have been depleted by their ability to mount an adequate response to antibody stimulation, which means that the current vaccines as well as the monoclonal antibodies are inadequate. These are people with various cancers, kidney disease, they may have HIV, sickle cell anemia, et cetera. There's almost 250 million worldwide. We're testing our vaccine in the clinic in multiple trials right now to demonstrate in a direct comparison against the mRNA vaccines that ours gives a broader, more robust protection and more durable protection than what you'll receive with the existing vaccines. There are 3 clinical trials underway, 2 of which are dealing with immunocompromised patients, and also a trial for healthy volunteers where we're evaluating our vaccine as a improved booster above the mRNA vaccines. We recently announced the completion of full enrollment of that clinical trial, and we'll be talking about the data coming from that yet this year. In addition, we've also recently published in Vaccines, a peer-reviewed journal, where we demonstrated data that showed potent antibody and cellular immunity. That means T cells in specifically immunocompromised patients. Again, this is a phase 2 trial that is addressing in a direct comparative manner our vaccine versus the mRNA vaccines. So in conclusion, this particular product, this program we have for our COVID-19 vaccine, or CM04S1 as we refer to it, provides a compelling investment opportunity behind GeoVax. It's differentiated, it's addressing a population or populations that are having unmet needs by the current vaccines and giving not only greater protective immunity, more durable protective immunity, but also in a manner that can be delivered, administered anywhere in the world. So I want to thank everyone for your attention and interest in GeoVax, and we'll continue to keep you updated. Thank you.